Hello everyone, this is a video tutorial for the book, The Vagabond's Guide to Successful, but Making Them Cheap, YouTube Production while living in your van and making money at it. The book can be downloaded from livinginyourvan.com, and there are numerous other video tutorials available on this channel, though more details for each technique are provided in the book. The book is intended for professional video production on the cheap and in the most inopportune situations. For this tutorial, we're going to rip a page straight out of the YouTube Best Practices Handbook and put it to practical use. You'll notice that almost every single one of my videos on YouTube and every single one of these tutorials all have a menu at the end which entices the viewer to watch another one of my videos. The video is actually a link. Now, as with so many things on video, there is lots of different ways you can do this. I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques for building these menus, making use of annotations on YouTube. I believe annotations are unique to YouTube, and they are incredibly powerful. The object here is to make the fancy menu to which you can apply annotations on YouTube. Now, you can make a video menu like this, where all the menu hotspots are actually videos. However, this requires video editing software which has multi-tracking. Now, because you probably wound up here after buying my book, which has cheap in the title, I realize that many of you will be using free video editors like Windows Movie Maker. I discuss how you can use simple single-track video editing suites as complicated multi-track video editing suites in chapter 7 of my book, so you can make these menus using that multi-track technique. But in this particular case, I'm using Media Studio Pro, which is a multi-track editing suite. All I've done here, I put a video or a still image in the background. It's not needed, but the look is nice. I fade that out so it's mostly black, but it's there. I then perform a picture-in-picture for the first video. I almost always do 3 videos, but you can do whatever number you want. These are actual clips taken from the videos I will be linking to, and I set them up as small picture-in-picture video, designated size and place within the screen. Underneath each of these thumbnail videos, I place a colored square, which is just slightly larger than the thumbnail and centered in behind the thumbnail. Now, I set up the timing. I only need about 30 or 45 seconds in my timeline. But what I do is I change the color of the square in behind each video for a split second. Or in this case, you'll notice that the square actually changes color several times in a second. Then the next square changes color several times. Now, you don't need to do this. This is strictly for looks. It serves no practical purpose other than to provoke ADD in the viewer and get their eyes looking at the videos, tempting them to watch. I also put some random text in here, the title and or brief description of each video. I've also got my YouTube channel. You'll notice I used a domain name here, which actually goes to my YouTube channel. I go into the importance for that in chapter 8 of my book. But if you're not using a domain name, make sure you got your YouTube channel in there somewhere. I also then throw in the fun saying, bet you can't watch just one. So this is actually a video. Now I'm going to render this out, and in fact, to save work, I saved this video project as my menu video. Next time I make a video, I just simply open this up, and all I have to do is swap out the video thumbnails for other video thumbnails, change the text, and the majority of my hard work is already done. I just have to render it out now. Once I have this menu video, I then tack it onto the end of my current video. So here you see my video fading out with the menu video on the end. Now, if you want to go simpler, or you only have a single track video editing program and don't know how to use it as a multi-track video editing suite, you can just use a series of still images. Make a series of images in your image program of choice. I don't care, it could be Windows Paint. It doesn't really matter. But put a picture in place for each video. Again, you don't have to do this, but I like to put colored squares around the pictures. In this case, because I'm changing the color of the squares, I'm going to save 4 different pictures. One with all the squares blue, and then one image for each of the squares with only one of them red. I now drop them into my video editor and time them so that it cycles through the 4 images. But I put one with the all blue squares in between each of the images with a single red square. This way it looks like each picture has a red frame for a second. I then render this out as a video, which I then once again tack onto the end of my current video project. Once you've got your menu video edited into your current video project, render it out and upload it to YouTube. You're now going to use annotations to turn each of those videos into a link to the video it shows. Now, I usually use the spotlight annotation, dead easy. Don't forget, you could also make a link on your menu screen for people to subscribe to your YouTube channel, as that is one of the optional annotations. I go into more details about how to use annotations in creative and powerful ways to gain viewership and subscribers in my book, The Vagabond's Guide to Successful, but Making Them Cheap, YouTube Production, while living in your van and making money at it. The book can be downloaded from livinginyourvan.com, and there are other video tutorials available on this channel, though more details for each technique are provided in the book. The book is intended for professional video production on the cheap and in the most inopportune situations.